Welcome to Coffee Meets Cloud, where three women in tech come together to share real stories about leadership, life, and everything in between. Join our hosts, Karami McCollum.
Oh, I love the voice note feature, y'all.
Cassandra Parker.
I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
And Rachel Rogers.
We have the power to change it.
Your go-to source for candid conversations and unfiltered insights. So, grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and join the chaos.
Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Cloud. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're tuning in. We're glad you're here. How are you ladies doing?
Doing good. Welcome to the video version. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
We are on YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
New Year. Toot, toot, toot.
Have you ever wondered what
year
we were making during that one part? Well, now you'll know. Tune
Exactly.
in.
You might wish we weren't on YouTube.
Yeah.
No.
You might.
Well, it just depends. Like, I'm recording with people in my house today. So, like, if a kid comes flying by, now you'll see it.
Yeah.
You just won't hear that awkward pause.
At least we're pretty zoomed in. So if he goes going by on a hoverboard in his underwear, I don't know that we'll really know.
Nah. You just see him shoulders up.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
But it was
It's
one of our
motherhood.
New Year's resolutions was to be in video format. So we're going to do it.
We're doing
A lot
it.
of people ask for video of us, which I don't know. I personally like the video because when we record, I like to see you guys. So I think when people listen to us and they see our faces and they know that we're just, they can see our emotions on our face and how passionate we are about our topics.
If you ever want to see an awkward recording, which you wouldn't see because obviously we wouldn't be on video, but try to record something, try to record a podcast without seeing anybody.
It's
and
hard.
Figuring out the social cues. It's just like a meeting where it's like, oh, you're on mute. Oh, are you there? Did you speak? Oh, you're talking over me now. It's the same as a meeting. It's just...
Or someone's eyes get really big when you've strayed to a topic that you should definitely stay away from. It's like, oh, I got that. Let's pivot.
Stranger danger.
Oh my gosh. But you have to listen. What makes me really sad is when I have to be in a meeting that I don't have one of my people in. And what I mean by my people is that person I can turn and look to be like, did you clock that? Because I clocked that. You know, the eyes say it. Yeah.
Did you hear that comment that we probably weren't supposed to hear, but yet we heard anyway?
You give them the look like we are going to have a download after this meeting. We are absolutely going
Call
to
me when we're done.
It's crazy. And then the people who won't get on camera, look,
yes,
I get it, but there's so much to be learned. And I do wonder a lot of times, like, what are you doing?
Let me be clear.
Like,
I don't get it because I don't care what you look like. If you just rolled out of bed and your hair is on top of your head, I do not care.
Put a hat on. Put a hat on.
Wait, what I care about is the fact that I can see your face and I can know that you're paying attention, because let's be clear, about 75% of people that don't go on camera, it's because they're not paying attention. They're doing something else. And by the way, I'm on camera, sometimes multitasking, and I don't care. So
yeah.
Have you seen the last episode? No.
I understand being off camera occasionally. Like we all have things like, I have to take this meeting from the car because I'm running to an appointment. Totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah.
I just think it should be the exception, not the rule. And that, and have we talked, I feel like I've talked to y'all about this before, but in some respects, I think you could consider that to be an ADA thing, because I worked with a young lady who was on the spectrum or is on the spectrum. And she explained to me one time that she really struggles when she's in meetings. She joins on camera, but a lot of people, it was from my one of my past roles, and the culture there was not being on video very much. And she said when attendees aren't on video, she really struggles during the conversation because she relies really heavily on facial expression.
Yeah.
She's been taught how to, because the tone alone she can't pick up on.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how the conversation's landing or where she should she doesn't know how it's being received unless she can see the body language and the facial expressions. And so that changed the way I thought about it for the rest of my life.
There's that. We all worked with a lady who heard too much. And so she relied on lip reading a lot in order to really know what you were saying. So she couldn't see you she was at a real disadvantage. Or even when you get those big meeting rooms and they're, like you can't really see anybody, but you can see that there's humans in the room. Those can be a challenge as well, of just the ability to then zoom in on the right person and make sure that you're hearing. It's one of those things, like if one person's going to be virtual, everybody needs to be virtual. If you want active participation, it definitely gets tricky. And look, we all have our own situations. We all have, some people have ADA requirements, to your point. Some people, have, it's also a notion. When I was during COVID, they mentioned the fact that, like, did we have the right to see inside of people's homes? Right? Like you were exposing them people's socioeconomical position. And was that
But is that
right?
really a thing now with the virtual
Well,
backgrounds?
that's what I'm going to say. Well, it can be, though. Like if you don't have enough internet in an apartment. We worked with a gentleman who during COVID, he was an intern, right? And did not have the best internet package. He couldn't be on video in meetings and actually participate because then everybody would freeze for him. And so there is a little bit of that. I think now that we're past that COVID wave, which is where I think we're okay. However, I do think that if you're in one of those situations and you have taken a remote job, work to make it better, work to participate and be able to create those relationships. You don't have to create a relationship in person, but it goes so much further when you can see the person. You can be like, hey, how are you doing? You can see somebody's having a bad day. Maybe you can see somebody's having a really good day. Maybe you see a kid in the background. So, you're dealing with a lot right now, right?
Right.
There's a lot of different
everybody's
advantages.
personalities are different in what they're seeking in a work environment. I would go crazy if I didn't see people. Like if I was just on the phone audibly all day and was in my home, in my office, because during the week, that's really all I have time for is the 9 to 5. I'd go crazy. I need to see other people. I need it to feel as much like we're interacting in person as it can virtually. But I understand, I guess maybe there's more introverted people that depletes their social bank and they're not here for it. So,
well, I can appreciate that. But I also, I always join on camera. So there's that. And it's so funny to join on camera and just watch people who don't join on camera, just like boop, boop, the camera's starting to go on. I'm like, hey,
when you set the example,
set the tone. Yeah.
A little peer pressure.
Yeah. It's a little peer pressure. Like, oh, Cassandra joined a camera. Dang it. I guess I got to do it too. But like, I will tell you a funny story about joining on camera because I do always join on camera. So one day I was drinking my coffee and I don't remember if the dog scared me. I don't actually remember what happened for this to happen, but I dropped my coffee and it didn't have a lid, like straight down on my keyboard tray, which is below me. And it exploded in my face. And it was iced coffee, so I was fine, but it was in my hair. And I was like, okay, I have 30 minutes between meetings. I have to take a shower. Like I'm covered in sticky, smelly coffee. My hair's wet. Okay. So I go quick, take a shower. I come back to my desk. My boss had sent me a message like, hey, do you got 5 minutes? I was like, yeah, sure. Now, I always join on camera, right? So I joined this call on camera. I'm wearing a sweatshirt because I just jumped out of the shower and my hair is up in a towel because I washed my hair, but I didn't have time to dry it. Completely forgot that I joined on camera. So because I meant to turn it off. When I get on the call, my boss is like, Cassandra, did you just get out of the shower? And I'm like, oh, snap. Yes, I sure did. And then I had to explain the story and he laughed. It was a whole thing. But like, I was like, well, I'm on camera now. So I took this whole call with my hair in a towel.
When we tell y'all we are real, we mean that.
I wish I'd taken a screen grab of his face, like when I joined with my hair wrapped up in a towel.
Oh, man. Well, back to our original point. We are on YouTube now. These are all the reasons why it was. We got a lot of feedback about being on video, and on a personal note, like when I stumble across new content creators or podcast shows, it's usually because I see a soundbite with video, like a clip on social media somewhere, and whatever it is makes me laugh, or I feel like, oh, I could listen to them, and that's how I go find them or seek them out. So. Yeah.
It's how you go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. I know Cassandra knows about this, but Rachel, I can't remember if I told you that this happened. This is totally unrelated. I'm pivoting. Did I tell you what happened the couple work days before Christmas?
No.
I don't think I did. So we were closed. I think most companies were closed Wednesday and Thursday, the week of Christmas, right? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So the Monday before rolls around. I get up. Of course, the kids are out of school and everything, but I get up, get my shower, get ready, come down here, sit down, boot my computer up, log in. Of course, it's a day full of stuff. I'm in this call, that call, this call, that call. Wholly annoyed that I have to be at work because I'm like, why is there so much popping off right before a holiday? This is annoying. But here I am. It gets to be about 11:30. And someone was trying to book time on my calendar. They needed my help with something, and I was on another call. I said, hey, just look for time on my calendar. Cool. When I get the meeting invite, I'm like, why did they book it over my PTO? Like, they picked the wrong Monday. They picked next Monday. So I ping him. I'm like, hey, I think you got the wrong Monday. While I'm waiting on his response, I go back to like decline or propose a new time. I start looking closer, and I'm like, no, that is this Monday. Why does my calendar say I'm unavailable all day? How did I goof that up? So I delete where I blocked my calendar off my calendar. And then the longer it sits with me, I'm like, when did I even block this day? And why did I block this day? I go pull up Workday. I was supposed to be on PTO the entire week. I had taken the whole 2 weeks and I had just worked a whole half day for no damn reason. And by that point, I was knee deep in all sorts of stuff that was happening that day. I was in several channels responding to things. So I'm having to go back around and ping people and go, actually, so sorry, I'm supposed to be off today. You're going to have to contact so and so because I'm logging off now.
But that had to be like, it was like a good thing when you realized that you
It was a
have the day
pleasant
off.
surprise.
Right.
But how does a person forget they're on PTO?
The best part,
But
you left out
that.
the best part though. The best part was the text message that I got that said, call me on video because I need to see your face when I tell you this. And I was like, okay, because I was on PTO. So then I call and she's laughing hysterically. And she's like, did you know I was supposed to be on PTO? I was like, I mean, you blocked it like 2 months ago. I don't remember who's on PTO when I knew I was out.
Yeah, it was so long. That's the only thing I can figure is I did it so early in the year. And then
forgot.
My wife was only off between Christmas and New Year's. So our theory is that I kept hearing her tell people that she was off those days. And in my mind, we always do the same PTO schedule mostly. So in my mind, those are also the days I'm off. No. I was just annoyed that I got up so early and got myself ready. Like, who does that on a day off? Ugh. Anyway, I've been meaning to tell you.
Like you said, Rachel, that is a very pleasant surprise to be like, all right, kids, well, this has been a not a fun day and I'm signing off because I'm supposed to be on PTO.
Opting out.
Godspeed to you all. Peace.
Yeah. That's better than, I guess it was the same I had last week where I thought all day on a Tuesday that it was Monday still.
Ooh.
And
that's a great way to be like, oh, but it's Tuesday.
I did get told in a meeting when I was like, okay, so it's Monday, so we'll schedule something for tomorrow. And they were like, what? I was like, yeah. And they were like, you mean Wednesday we'll schedule something for? And I was like, no, for Tuesday. And they're like, it is Tuesday. I'm like, oh.
Please don't take us backwards, Rachel. We don't want to repeat Monday.
Well, but that also just goes to show how my Monday was.
Right.
So long. I felt like everybody got back. A lot of people take the holidays off, like you just mentioned. And then I feel like because everybody comes rested and refreshed and their inbox isn't like they're having to catch up because they were all off at the same time, that it's like, it's all due tomorrow. And you're like, wait, can we back up? Can we like add a few more steps? We take a collective breath. Are we really sure we're going to be able to do that? Like, happy to help you, but you're one of a bunch of people. So I'm going to need you to take a minute and chill down for a second. That'd be great. Yeah. Thanks. And everybody needs a meeting right now. I just need 30 minutes. And it's like, I only have so many 30 minutes in a day. And I'm trying to be better, like we talked about before, of blocking my calendar and giving myself some of those 30 minutes so that I can actually get the things done. But that 30-minute mantra.
These post-holiday work days are some of the longest days of my life. I don't understand.
I feel like this year seems a lot more. Like, I don't know if everyone got extra refreshed from the holidays, but it seems like usually you get a few days where you can get back into the groove. But like, I came back to a absolutely packed calendar. No time on my calendar available for the last 2 solid weeks. So I'm just like, is everyone just really ready to hit the ground running, or what is going on?
Well, considering we work at different companies and have had the same experience, I'm going to
It's
go
everybody.
with it's
That's true.
everybody.
It's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
People have a lot of goals.
They do. But it's also one of those things, it's like gym memberships, right? You all start in January, but by March, nobody's there. So we'll see how many of those goals turn out to be reality.
Yep. What did y'all do this weekend? Anything fun?
Well, I consider it fun, but other people may not.
Okay. What does that mean?
We have a house, obviously, and in that house there is
like,
wait.
Thank you for stating the obvious.
Right.
We live in a house.
Right.
Guys,
hey, you know what? Not everybody lives in a house. Okay,
That's true.
So,
That's true.
thank you very much. Just setting the thing for the people who don't know me. Our builder built a lot of wasted space into the house, which I'm pretty sure if you own a house of any size, there is wasted space. So underneath our stairs, we had a small, like, one shelf pantry type thing where you could put, there's one shelf, that's it, that's all that fit. So for Christmas, I asked my husband for my Christmas present to destroy that closet and build a real closet. So we took everything out. We've been reframing it. So now, like, your whole Christmas tree can fit underneath the stairs instead of having to put in an attic or anything like that. We also added lighting above our painting that hangs on the opposite wall. So since we had the walls opened, he played Sparky, aka electrical, and rewired it all. So that's what we did this weekend, is we actually got the lights working above the painting. And then next weekend, we're going to shiplap the enclosure. And we added insulation in there too, so that it helped with noise reduction throughout the house. Because you'd be surprised, your interior walls typically don't have insulation. You add insulation, all of a sudden it's more eco-friendly and noise reduction. So that's what we did.
Especially when your wall on the other side is your office.
That's my situation, right?
We all need to get some of that noise canceling stuff that you can put up on your walls. But I guess that only then helps with the sound going out from the office, not the other way around. Boo.
There is an option where you can get, they come and they drill like small holes in your drywall up at the top, and they do spray foam insulation down if you can't open the wall up, and then they patch the wall back. So that's definitely an option for interior walls if you don't have the option to open the wall. Fortunately, we had the option to open the wall, but otherwise it'd been the other route.
Makes it cheaper that way.
Jessica has been wanting to repurpose our understairs space. We can't get to it the same way you did because that's our little I don't want to call it mud room because it's not very big, but it comes right in off the garage. So we made like a tree. What are those called?
A wall tree.
A wall tree little thing there with a bench. But we could do where some people do it perpendicular to the stairs and they put in drawers or whatever come out from the stairs. But she saw this thing where people put a place for their dog crates, like custom dog crates and put their dogs in there. And so we're a house divided on that right now. We haven't touched it at all because I just feel like while that would be helpful for us long term, I just don't know how I feel about seeing my dogs. Like, people come over and they walk by your stairs and your dogs are there. Like, you can see them. It just seems aesthetically strange to me.
It depends on how you do it. But the bigger thing is resale value if you plan on selling that house.
Right.
So we, in our
That's very specific.
That's a very specific DIY.
We did a closet that we made into a dog cage. And that was some of the feedback we got from people. Right. Now, luckily, we had just replaced the doors. So you could put a regular door on there and it would still be fine. Like, it would go back into a closet. But that was some feedback we had gotten of the fact that we had turned that into a dog crate was not something people were particularly
I'm glad
about.
we had this conversation because I'm going to be sharing that feedback with my wife just to be
Feel
like,
free,
remember
whatever minute this is in the episode, just direct her to it.
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership.
You're welcome. I got you.
What did you do this weekend, Cassandra?
Well, we didn't do a whole lot. I had to sing at a funeral, which was kind of sad, but it was good. It was really kind of funny. I will share this. They said wear red and black because the lady who passed away, she had cancer for a really long time. She went to my church, and she was a big Georgia Bulldog fan. And so everyone was like, "Oh, wear red and black." And I was like, "Okay, well, the only things I own are Georgia Bulldogs things because I don't wear a lot of red." So I was like, "All right, Georgia gear it is." And so when I walked in, I was like, I am singing at a funeral, and that's kind of like a formal thing. And I felt some kind of way about it. When I walked in, everybody was wearing Georgia gear. I was like, oh, I'm totally fine. Like
That's awesome.
This is no big deal. But other than that, we didn't do a whole lot. Just kind of busy with random stuff.
Well, we all stay so busy during the holidays. You're out and about, you're shopping, you're prepping. Like, I feel like now everybody's in this period where we need to get things done around the house, and we're trying to get a little bit of rest.
I just told my husband I want a dumpster because I'm ready to chunk everything that's in this house. If it is not nailed down, if I have not used it in the last 6 months, it's gone. I'm done. I'm tired. There's just crap everywhere, and I'm tired of it. And he was like, yeah, this garage has got to get cleaned out. I was like, all right, get us a dumpster, and we're just going to start throwing things away. So if anybody wants any junk, I'm probably going to have plenty in a dumpster. You're come dumpster diving at my house because I'm over it.
That's early spring cleaning. I think especially when the weather gets cold and you just kind of want to stay inside a little bit more, it's definitely the time you start reevaluating those things that are not nailed down. Even some things in my case that are nailed down. You're just ripping them out anyway.
Yeah. Well, like my office used to be my son's bedroom, and it's when he went into the military, all of it, you can't take anything with you when you go into the military and you move to Japan. His closet's still in here, full of clothes and other things. And I'm like, why? I could use that for so many things, so much storage. And I'm like, nope, gotta go. All of it.
That sounds like a good Goodwill trip or
Convention
center trip.
Load it up in the back of my car and take it all to the Goodwill.
It's done. If he wants to know where he can get his stuff, just send him the address.
No. I asked him when he was here if he wanted it, and he was like, nah, you can do whatever with it. I'm like, all right, Goodwill it is.
There you go.
It's
done.
Well, there must be something in the water because we're working on our spare bedroom. Used to be our daughter's room, but it's the smallest bedroom. So she has since moved to the large bedroom. And we are going to convert that room into Jessica's office. We kind of sat the fence for a long time about whether to use it as a bedroom again, like a guest bedroom, but we have guests so infrequently. It might be once a year, if that. So
you can throw an air mattress in that office.
Get a futon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If somebody just needs to crash, it's not like they're going to stay long term. So, but the previous homeowner so her daughter was in that room, and she put pieces of wallpaper and decor on every wall. I wish I had I don't even know how to describe it, but like one wall was solid mirrors that she contractor glued to the wall.
Oh, bye-bye to the sheetrock.
So it was mirrors and then faux flowers, like viney flowers that were not safety pinned, push pinned into the wall. That was one wall, one of the biggest walls. Another two walls had different pattern and shaped and colored pieces of wallpaper in like designs. I mean, it looked really cute. It was adorable. So it was perfect for Collier's room for a time. But I had to pull all that down. And there was little, I don't know, just something on every wall. So we demoed it, so to speak, this weekend, just pulling everything down to see what the damage is.
Yeah.
And assess what we now have to do. So this is going to be interesting. And then Collier had her first little dance class. I know I sent you guys the picture, but we were so nervous because I think we talked in a previous episode, she hates tight fitting clothes. She hates certain types of shoes. She just has a thing about the way it feels on her body. And so I was nervous that she was going to throw a huge fit to even put the leotard and stuff on. But my wife, the toddler whisperer, I don't know what she said to her. There was never any crying. She was just in there like a horse whisperer, just like, we're going to do this, you know.
She was probably really excited too about dance. So she probably wasn't necessarily thinking as much about the clothes.
I don't know. I kept trying to like softly mention it for the several weeks leading up. And every time I would bring it up, I don't want to do dance because she realized she was going to have to wear those clothes. I don't want to go. I don't want to do dance. But then got there. There was several other little girls waiting to go in. You don't go in with them. Their teacher greets them at the door of the building and escorts them all in a line. And she was talking to the other little girls, and she just walked right on in with the teacher. Never met any of these people in her life. And then we got to live stream the class on our phone from the car because it's only a 30-minute class. It doesn't make sense to go home.
Yeah.
And it was just so cute. And when she came out, she was so proud. She had such a good time. And it was one of those moments where like we were really glad that we pushed her to, because we could have just said, she's uncomfortable by this. We're not going to push it. If she doesn't want to go, forget it.
Right.
But I really was like, honey, you have to try things. Like, if you hate it after this first one, I won't make you go back. I don't care that I paid the money. I'm not going to force you.
Jamie always calls it a courtesy try, whether it's food, whether it's a sport, you've got to go and try it. And if you decide you don't like it, fair enough. But if you've never tried it, you don't get to say you don't like it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And now she's so excited to go back. So I was like, I felt so validated as a parent. I'm like, yes, I knew I was doing the right thing. Making you go.
Sometimes it works out.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Speaking of working out, you mentioned Jessica's a new office, and I'm guessing you're going to need some home decor. So I don't know if you ladies have heard about this.
I was like, where's this pivot going?
New store in town. It is called Home Sense. You might have seen a commercial for it. It's an offshoot of Home Goods. I got introduced to it in Texas and then again in Florida. And there's now one here in Georgia in Alpharetta. They sell like all sorts of things. So they'll actually sell lighting for your house. So instead of, like going to Home Goods and you got like a couple pieces of furniture and it's more like scattered. This is more like of the bigger items for your home. So more furniture, lighting. A lot of it is a little bit more upscale than maybe a Home Goods would be. There's still some of the regular like Chinsky department type stuff,
like
but it is
tchotchkes and like little home decor items, but that's not the main theme. Because in Home Goods, that's the main theme. It's like all the things,
actual, like more
it's
floral,
overwhelming.
It's more of like a floral department there versus like one aisle where you might get some flowers. So it's a lot more intentional of the setup, and it's more for like whole home versus focusing only on some of the more decor pieces versus the functional pieces. So I'm checking it out today. It'll be my recap next episode, how it went. Very excited. I've not been to the Georgia store yet. So I've been to Florida, been to Texas.
Where did you say the Georgia one is?
It's in Alpharetta. I'll send you.
Okay, that's not bad.
I'll send you the address.
It's not bad for some of you.
Yes. Well,
yeah.
It's an event for some of us.
That is a trick.
It is worth an event. I'll take some pictures in the store today and send it to you ladies, and then you can decide whether or not it is worth it.
Person who struggles with self-control. Mm-hmm. I am best to not step foot in those stores because I am an aesthetic house items girly. Like if I have a problem in spending, it is that category. So I just try and I love Hobby Lobby. Yeah. I try not to go in Hobby Lobby. I go shopping at Costco on Sunday because Hobby Lobby's closed on Sunday and it's right next to Costco. Okay. Can't do it.
Because let me just spin through the Hobby Lobby to see what's on 50% off sale this week.
My wife knows what that really means. She's not
$500 later.
Yeah.
Wow. HomeSense is a different experience. And I mean, it would be a trek still for you to get there. So it's not like you could just swing by.
It's true.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that is actually, I had a question I wanted to ask y'all, and this is the perfect segue. The whole like DIY and doing up your household. One of the things I was curious about is how easily influenced do you guys feel like you are by content creators? Like when you're on, you're easily influenced.
Yeah.
What is your category of things where you're easily influenced? Because mine is like DIY. Like if I've been scrolling for a little while, next thing I know, an hour later, I have project planned some sort of DIY. And I'm like, Jessica, we got to go to Home Depot. Look at this whole plan I have. And she gets so annoyed. She's like, get off social media.
I am easily influenced by like DIY stuff, but I don't quite have it always make it to fruition. I'm like, "Ooh, I have this plan and I have this idea." Now, for my office, I do have a plan for built-ins back here that I was influenced on by a creator with some like Home
IKEA.
Depot things you can buy, IKEA, all those things, right? Like, so I do have a plan for that I am going to do very soon. But I am the easiest thing for me to be influenced by is I'm a TikTok shop lover. It doesn't matter what they're selling. I am down the rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, and then when it keeps showing up, I'm like, oh, I really do need that pair of the hot pink Adidas Samba tennis shoes because
So yours
I'll wear
is
them all the time.
clothes. Yours is like
Mine's
clothes and things you
shoes,
wear. Okay.
clothes, makeup, skincare, all that stuff that I see, I'm so easily influenced by.
How often do you
algorithms have you?
Yeah, and how often do you find yourself realizing you're being influenced? Like,
Oh,
is
all
it
the
a
time.
conscious? Okay, so you're like, yeah, but I don't care.
don't
I'm
care.
getting it. I need it.
Yeah.
Do you
Or
get influenced?
if I see it on another like platform, like if I'm on Amazon or something and
Yeah.
I see that and I'm like, oh, I think I saw that on TikTok shop. I need to go see on TikTok shop if
Compare
it's
the
cheaper
price.
because exactly. Oh, I'm bad about that.
I did 2 things. One, I deleted Amazon off of my phone.
Oh.
Ooh,
The app
that's a
itself was
thought.
completely
Are
gone.
you just trying not to contribute to
And
Bezos'
no,
wallet?
it's just the fact that it's so easy. It's so easy to see something and then quickly say, "Oh, I need that." And so now I have to log in. I have to go find the website. I have to do all
You have
the
to get
things.
on your computer.
Smart.
Right, we spend a lot less money on Amazon. 2, I wouldn't say we're necessarily influenced by, like, social media. We watch a lot of HGTV, and the problem
yeah.
is that we will think we are Chip and Joanna Gaines
Mm-hmm.
and go and attack a project, and 9 times out of 10, we are, to be fair to us. Like, we can get it
Yeah,
done.
y'all pretty good.
Jamie's got all the tools. We can make it happen. You dream it, we got you.
But those
we
tend to be some of the most expensive. Like, if you're watching
Exactly.
HGTV, you're
It's not
doing
cheap.
some big projects.
No, I mean, like, we remodeled a bathroom on our own, right?
Yeah.
And we will go and source shop. So I do like that part of it, like going to Floor and Decor and we're like, okay, what's on clearance, right? What are our options on clearance? And we won't start the project until we find the thing on clearance that we want. So it's not like we're spending a bunch of money and just settling because we don't settle. I wouldn't say that. But we definitely do that, and I think the bigger problem that we have is, like, the 2 of us are in it together. It's not like we don't have a counterbalance. It's not like you and Jess of, like Jess will be like, "Don't do that," and we're like, "No, we're doing this," and next thing you know, we're replacing a ceiling on our back porch because it became a cedar ceiling, and we're all in.
Walls are being torn down,
like
electrical's being moved. It's a whole project.
Have
and
y'all
it's not
seen
just a weekend?
No.
the videos where the husband is complaining that, like, why do women wake up on a Saturday morning and as soon as their feet hit the floor, they're trying to do it? That is me. And Jessica is complaining. She's like, I just want to drink my coffee and read my book. Why are we trying to go to Home Depot so early in the day? Yeah.
Well, see, now that Jamie started waking up at like 5 a.m. all the time, like he is now like
So
5:15,
he's ready.
5:30. By the time I get out of bed, he's, like, well, what are you doing? Right, where are we going? What are we doing? And I'm like, I just got up. I need
Let me get
a
acclimated.
second. Yeah.
I need a
He's
glass
like,
of tea
why did you sleep in so late? I don't know. It's Saturday. Like, and I could.
because I can.
Like, okay.
And by the way, it's 8:00, so it's not so
Right.
late.
It's by the way,
8
it's
o'clock on a
7:30.
Saturday?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It must be like a certain type of aesthetic that I scroll across because I'm not influenced by everything that I see. Some things I'm like, oh no, keep going. Like I'm not really a clothes shopper like you are, Cassandra. So like when they're on there showing off the shoes or whatever, I usually just scroll right past because I'm like, no. But the DIY, and then the other thing is, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Katherine Benson on TikTok, but she is the Amazon item queen. She does like unboxing things and shows herself putting together the cutest little, it's like hacky stuff, like this great vacuum or this
Gadgets.
or like putting together this bog bag that I always take to the ball field for my kids' sports. Like she's got the little
Is that the
cooler
bag with
all the
holes in
things
it?
that
with all the
yeah.
things in it. Yeah.
Okay.
So like this weekend, here I was. I ordered all the things I needed for my car kit. Did I need a car kit? No. Like I was getting along just
But now
fine.
you have one.
Yeah. Now it's like a makeup. it's technically a makeup bag that's like two-sided. So it's got two zippers and it's clear on the end so you can see what's in it. I've got a little pill organizer thing in there. I've got a baby lint roller now. I've got the little toothpick thing dispenser and little disposable toothbrushes and like just
I want to know in 3 months.
I have a problem.
How much you've used this magical
we're gonna
kit.
check back. We're gonna check back.
Yeah.
We're gonna circle back to that one in about 3
Now,
months.
of those things that you put in that kit, I'll tell you right now, lint roller in your car, you gotta have one.
Well, I had one in my car.
Yeah, you gotta have one.
I had one, but it was like the regular standard big one.
Yeah.
And so I just kept it in my door of my car because like
where mine stays.
The whole thing that got me about that container is just how organized it is. Like I know if I need a thing, I just go to that container and grab it.
That's
everything had been piled in my console.
Yeah.
It's organization.
It's organization that you're like.
I love organization.
Yes.
Love it.
Now I love organization too. You show me a nice under sink, totally organized, or a nice, really organized pantry. I'm in.
Like the Container Store. That's another place I don't need to go.
Dude, that's so expensive.
It is expensive. But that's why I shouldn't
buy all that stuff on Amazon way cheaper.
Or Home Goods. You can get a lot of that at Home Goods.
Hey, I'll have to see if it's at Home Sense now today. I'll report back on organization.
I want to know what's in y'all's car though. Because now in my console, the only thing that's in there, I have the, what is it called? The life thing that will help somebody if they're choking. Life Vac. I've had that since my kids were babies because that is that's probably my biggest fear. So if anybody's choking around me, right? But I have one in my car. I have one in the truck. I have one in my house. And then this thing now that brings all the crap that was just floating around in my center console into one area. And then I have a little first aid kit that also came off Amazon. A little zip up thing that's got pretty much anything you might need on the go.
We have really big first aid kits. So especially with Jamie being in construction, there'll be times where he gets hurt. He can give himself stitches. I mean, it is an advanced first aid kit. And he has given himself stitches before, for the record. But the one that cracks me up is I went to a restaurant the other day for work and I valeted my car and I handed the car key. And the valet was like, ow. And I was like, ew, what happened? I have a glass break on my car key up at the top because I feel like that's one of those things people like when you need it and you typically don't think about it. I have a glass break and I have a seatbelt cutter. So that way, if you had to cut the seatbelt or get out of the car, those are the types of things I keep in my car is like things that are for protection purposes or for eating purposes. I don't have a life vac. Never even thought about that. That's cool though. I do have lens wipes though, because Jamie wears glasses and they're always dirty. So the lens wipes from Walmart, the pack of like 500 are my friend. Yeah. I don't do microfiber towels.
These microfiber towels. There is one everywhere. There is two at my desk. There is one in my kitchen. There is one in my car because both myself and my husband wear glasses and they're always dirty. And these are the best. I kid you not. I don't know. Like the lens wipes do not work for me. They just smear. But these pack of like 100 from Costco for like $15. I love these suckers. They're everywhere.
He does those and he has the cold shower wipes from
the Duke Cannon ones.
Duke Cannon. If you haven't heard about those are like really nice if you're going to be outside and it's hot and whatever and you got to go back to the office, which is Jamie's use case. Those are like the bomb.
Or if you have kids who are disgustingly dirty and you've got to go from like school to like an event, I keep the cold shower wipes in the back pocket, like right in front of his seat. And
we have boogie hands.
Those words, I'm telling you, these cold shower wipes, you could literally, it's like literally like a shower.
It is.
Okay. I need to check those out then.
Super cleaning and they're like, they're cold. So they're like refreshing.
Yeah.
Especially in the summertime when they're hot and sweaty, you just wipe their face and they're like, I
had to mourn not having a diaper bag anymore. Like with the youngest kid. I know because like you're forced, like every time you leave the house, you've got to have so much, but then you get so accustomed. Like I didn't even carry a purse. I would just stick my wallet in the diaper bag. And then when it got to the point where like, why are we toting around this big diaper bag of things we never need? I'm just like, oh, goodbye. So now my little makeup thing has replace my diaper bag, I guess. I don't know.
But baby wipes are great for everything. So you have
Period.
to have baby wipes. Like, I don't
Period.
care what it is. They are amazing. Keep them everywhere you go. Love them.
You were showing those microfiber towels. I saw a hack over the weekend that I'm going to try today. Actually, when we get done here, I got to go to the grocery store and I got to go to the car wash. And then when I come home, I'm going to try this. They said get one of the Mr. Clean magic erasers. Don't wet it. Wipe the inside of your windshield. So you know how it gets that like film on it that shows when the temperature changes, like, and you have to run your defrost constantly. I've tried glass cleaner and all sorts of stuff for that, and it just never seems to get it. So they said this will do it. And I have some.
Wet it.
Don't wet it. It's just a dry magic eraser. So when I get home, and I'll let y'all know about
if it works, I'm going to try it. I just bought a new pack of magic erasers. By the way, if you've got kids, magic erasers, I don't know what we did with our life before we had magic erasers. They're amazing.
But the challenge with magic erasers is it really shows the quality of your paint or lack
thereof.
It
takes the paint off bad.
Yeah.
If you don't have good paint.
Right. If you have good paint, you're fine. But if you have like builder basic grade paint,
which
we've been slowly repainting all of our walls as a result because the paint is just horrible. It just
I do feel like it's best used for doorways where the kids are always getting their or around light switches where they're always reaching up with those crummy hands. But it's a constant, it's like a monthly exercise that has to happen because it just comes right back.
Well, that's where we use Clorox wipes, and then it doesn't take off
Clorox wipes work good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That's true. When we moved in this house, it was shades of pale yellow and lime green and bright blue and all the things that were terrible. So we paid to have the complete house repainted, even the kitchen cabinets. Like we repainted the whole entire thing. But the painter that we used was a family friend, and he was like, if I'm going to paint your house, I refuse to use anything other than Benjamin Moore. I'm sorry if you don't like that, but that is the only paint that I use. And it is more expensive, but I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. And so far, I mean, I have a almost 6-year-old and everything magic eraser wipes off doesn't remove the paint. And I'm like, yeah, it was worth the investment in good paint for sure.
That Stain Masters paint too by Behr, I think it is.
Behr, yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff. That's what we repainted our bathroom in. And then you don't have to worry about that either. But yeah, quality paint, you don't think about it. You think like, oh, well, I'll just get this one because it's on sale. And then you're going to
save $10 a gallon or $20 a gallon, which adds up when you're painting a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
The other thing I wanted to ask y'all about, because we are women, what is y'all skincare routine? Do y'all have one?
Mine's very basic, so I'll go first before we spend 20 minutes on Cassandra's.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hey, I'm trying to not look old.
I just use Drunken Elephant products. So I'll use the Drunken Elephant moisturizer and then the B vitamin serum that they have.
What do you use, a cleanser like in the shower or anything?
Nope.
Just
I
water.
Just use water and soap. That's it.
And then you just get out and you do the vitamin B, and then
I actually do it in the morning. So I'll shower at night, and then in the morning I'll do the moisturizer, and that's it. There you go. Done.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I have quite the complicated routine.
Still, I thought you had.
Well, I have pared it down. So I went to because I go to a whatever you call them, esthetician, injector, whatever those people are, because Botox is the best thing for your forehead wrinkles. Anyway, and I let them talk me into buying this super expensive medical grade skincare that cost me like $500. And yes, did it work? Yes, did it help? I did like it. But when they put me on a retinol, my face literally peeled like a lizard and it burned and I was in pain. And I was like, screw this. I don't care how old I look. I'm not going to live like a lizard, because it wasn't getting better. Right. Like, and you do only use it like for a few months and then you come off of it, but I just couldn't handle it anymore. But when I went to my other injector, she was like, look, you don't need to spend all this money on all this expensive stuff. But I do have like a nightly cleanser that I use. I have I still use the same cleanser morning and night, but I do a face cream. I do an eye cream. I do like a lot of different things. But I will tell you this, another thing I was influenced by. See, it happens. Michaela Noguera, if you've ever followed her she's a makeup guy.
I know her.
I love Michaela. She's very real. But she started her own brand called POV, and it's skincare, and it's more makeup prep skincare, and she's branching out. So I always have trouble with my makeup not sitting on my face the way I want to. So I was influenced and I bought her like kit for your makeup. So it's like you put this glaze on, you put this milky toner, then you put on your like primer and moisturizer and all the things. I'm obsessed with two things in that line. It's called Ampit. It's like a lip balm that it's not like one you wear, you just put it on. So at night I put it on, in the morning I put it on. Oh, it's game changer for my lips. I absolutely love it. And then I have their moisturizer that she has. It's whipped. It feels so good on my skin. So I use that morning and night too. So I've really pared down and gotten cheaper. I mean, my cleanser is La Roche-Posay from Ulta, for crying out loud. It's just a gel cleanser. She was like, look, you don't have to spend $50 on a cleanser. Go spend $10.99 on that one. It's great. And it double cleanse your face. That's the key. As long as you're double cleansing, doesn't matter what you use.
Yeah. See, okay. I feel like I sit between the two of you guys. Oh my gosh, I have been on such a journey with my adult skin. I spent pretty much my whole life without skin issues. I went through like a brief acne period when I first went through puberty. And I mean very brief. And it was mild and then it was gone. And I always had the easiest, best skin. I didn't have to do anything. And then when I turned 30, things really went downhill. And I'm still convinced it's hormone related, but I only had my hormones checked once, which didn't show any signs of anything. And I've since learned it really can depend on the point in the month. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to your point about being influenced and estheticians, I have a very good friend who lives in our neighborhood who is that. She's an RN turned is it esthetician or anesthetician? Whichever one it is.
No, it's esthetician. Anesthetician is to knock you out. It's
okay. So I started going to their office and got on the same skincare line that you're talking about. Spent thousands of dollars over time because I was on this for over a year, I guess. And it did work to some degree, which I was really thankful for. But it never solved it.
Right.
And in the last, I think it was 2 or 3 months ago, I finally went back to a dermatologist. I had tried the dermatologist before the esthetician, and I didn't like the guy. He was not helpful. And then I was convinced he didn't know what he was talking about. Went to another one here. Loved him. Beautiful skin. My God, that makes me so mad when I go to dermatologist.
To a good dermatologist. When you see them and you're like, oh, your skin is gorgeous.
Beautiful skin. Yes. And he was just so kind and took his time. So it just clicked. Y'all, he told me to literally throw all that away. I didn't. I put it all in a bag. I was not throwing all that away. But he literally just has me on just regular CeraVe cleanser. And I'm on a prescription that the esthetician convinced me was bad for me, that the dermatologist then told me that is incorrect. There are literally no studies that say that is true. And a single prescription cream that goes on my face. And it's like a 3-in-1. I don't remember what it's called. Cab Trio or something like that. I paid nothing for the prescription cream.
Right.
With the prescription, I don't even pay the copay. I still can't figure out why I don't get charged. And I pay $5 for that prescription. And then to your point, that huge bottle of regular cleanser that you can get from a CVS has lasted me I don't even know how long. Transformed. I do want to go get laser for the sun damage and stuff and spots I have on my face, but I'm having no active breakouts. I spent a year trying to get here. But I was so influenced by these ladies with beautiful skin who said all you need is this very expensive stuff. And at what point after I've been coming here for months and months and months and months and we're just changing out products because anyway, be careful how you're influenced.
But that's the thing too of you have to advocate for you. And imagine how many people just think, oh, well, I'll just stick it out. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep... It's like that in any medical situation or anything where you're going to people for advice, you're paying for a service, your expectation a lot of times falsely, unfortunately, is that they are really going to have your best interest in mind and really are going to do things that are best for you. And some people are
and
just
it
rinse and
works for
repeat.
them. It works
Right,
for them.
exactly.
I don't think they weren't intentionally trying to lead me astray. They were doing the best with the information they have, but they are not dermatologists.
Right.
Well, but it works for them. Like, the problem with a lot of those things is they're not looking what works for you.
Yeah.
Right. It is that I have a product, I'm gonna sell it. It reminds me of like the Avon ladies, right?
Yes.
Like, I have a product, I'm gonna sell it. I've got to sell it to you so I can get my points or whatever. But I'm not really focused on maybe what is the best for you and your particular regiment. So definitely
So
you have to find
TLDR,
somebody.
if you're struggling with your skin, maybe don't spend thousands of dollars. Go to your dermatologist and maybe spend like $5.
Yes.
But make sure your dermatologist has good skin. If they do not have good skin, they cannot be trusted, and find another one.
Yes.
Also, though, just try things like CeraVe at the
cheap stuff.
You don't even have to go to a dermatologist if that's a barrier for you. If you feel like, that's a little bit too much, maybe you're not there yet.
And sometimes you do truly need a prescription, because here's the thing. Mine is hormonal, period. No one is going to convince me otherwise. There is no amount of topical alone things. Cleansing is not the answer. It's hormonal. So I take the prescription. Boom. Right. Before we wrap, though, I know we want to share with everybody our change in schedule a little bit. So which one of you want to explain this? Because you guys are better at the words.
I got you.
Well, I was going to say either Rachel or me. Go for it.
Yes, please.
Cassandra will correct me where I go astray.
Yeah.
So we've been listening to your feedback. Imagine that. That is how this whole podcasting thing works. And part of your feedback has been we don't know what reasons you want more of us. And we are totally thrilled to give you more of us. So with that, we're going to scale back the guest episodes. We'd originally said, it was going to be every other week. And we've heard feedback that, hey, let's maybe cut those to once a month. So we're going to cut them back. So the one you heard last week is going to be the last one for January. And then we'll publish one in February with the new and exciting guests. So we're very excited about the change. We're also working on some changes for you guys, and just in terms of how we structure content for guests. So more to come about that soon. If you have thoughts, feel free to send them our way. We really want this to be the best for everybody. While this is great therapy for us and a good chance for us to connect, if it doesn't help you and it doesn't resonate, then we aren't doing our job. So happy to pivot, as Karami keeps saying this episode, and make things a little different and hopefully better for everybody involved.
Pivot.
And when you say pivot, I'm just seeing Ross.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pivot.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for that explanation.
You're welcome. If you don't like the explanation, feel free to contact Cassandra.
She's our HR department.
That'll be Rachel at coffee. No, I'm just kidding. How you get in touch with me?
All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning into this week's episode of Coffee Meets Cloud. We hope the conversation made you feel a little bit more seen, maybe a little less alone, maybe gave you something to think about after the episode ends. If you enjoyed today's chat, please be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, share the episode with a friend. It really helps more people find the show. You can follow Coffee Meets Cloud on all your socials at Coffee Meets Cloud, or you can check out our website at coffeemeetscloud.com. Thanks for spending part of your day with us, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.